It's such a Klipperdicker way of looking at the world, talking about working on this Avera and working on this Avera and then doing this mitzvah and working on this mitzvah. That is it's an unhealthy, there could be like specific strategies and techniques maybe that are necessary to think about. But the overall picture is a disidentification from my own personal pleasure. And that will allow you to be, that will push you up in your ability to withstand all temptations, whatever your X may be, whether it's internet or anger or drugs or whatever the thing may be, whatever your X is. If you can manage to rip yourself a little bit away from yourself, from your sense of pleasure, your whole avoider steps up. The whole thing steps up. And if you can identify yourself a little bit deeper with the Ribbono Shel Olam, all your mitzvahs pick up. All your mitzvahs pick up. It's like, why would you be involved in, like, you know what it's, what Stephen Covey called it, Lahavdil? He called it hacking at the leaves as opposed to striking at the root. Why would you hack at the leaves when you can strike at the root? One of these avoiders that we're talking about here, all those 20 different projects that you had, they all in a synchronistic start, they all just went boom, 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 as opposed to I'm working on my Lashon Hora, and I'm working on my Shmir Sanayim, and I'm working on my Tikkun Yasoid, and I'm working on my Taiva Zachila, and all of the different avoiders, yeah? Whereas if you're cognizant of the oimek of the fight, which is a fight against this delusional sense of self, this phantom that I exist separate from reality, that I am my own, I am a law unto myself. Yeah, that absolute delusion that is the source of every bit of suffering that we have in our lives, whether it's with our wives, whether it's with our kids, whether it's with our employees, whether it's with ourselves, whatever it is, it's always the same thing, is we've been taken by that phantom sense of independence. That's the most false thing there is. And the more we work on just separating ourselves from that, you know, like someone sits in your chair at shul, you want to be getting to the point, but when someone parks, I live in Israel, yeah, so this doesn't happen in America. But the other day it happened. Someone parked in my parking spot in my building, like my parking spot, you know. And they park, and I'm working on trying to not even go, to not even sigh. They parked in your parking spot. Who parked in your parking spot? Wait, I think the Ribbono Shel Olam parked in your parking spot. Wait, it's not your world. This world belongs to a boy. It's not your world. You think it's your parking spot? This guy got sent by the Ribbono Shel Olam to park in your parking spot to give you the schus of being able to extract yourself a little bit further from the delusional, the delusional psychotic, psychosis that you've been in for the past 40 odd years. Givaldic. Come up to that guy at the end and say, can I bring you some tea and coffee or something? How could I, thank you? That's really how the Lamaisa, leave it to MS, how it'd be so easy. But that's how it is. When something doesn't go your way, what's the word? When something doesn't go your way, what's the word? You feel, if you had an expectation that it would go a certain way and it didn't go that way, what's the English word?
Disappointed, slighted.
Nearly. Disillusioned. You got the illusion. The illusion got taken away a little bit. You got disillusioned. Givaldic. Schmuck. Oh, Hashem. That doesn't putter you when your children, but that doesn't putter you. If your children are chutzpahdik to you, yeah, you're not allowed, you can't let that be, but you have to counter that, not from a place of heat. You have to you have to go back, sit down, think, I don't deserve any covet anyway. Yeah, I wouldn't give me covet personally. Yeah, but my child, for his sake or her sake, they're not allowed to speak to their father like that. So it doesn't mean that you should be what we have to always put the halacha into the, and you always have a mitzvah of chinuch banim, and you have to, etc. But that's a side point. But the disillusionment of when it doesn't go your way, it means you got disillusioned. You have the illusion of the fact that you're something separate, that you're some kind of independent reality, softened a little bit, and that's Givaldic. So that's the Beinoini. We're going to discuss more next class, B'ezrat Hashem, about more deep mechanics of how it works. It's very interesting. Yeah, we should be Zocher to extract ourselves from ourselves, B'ezrat Hashem. Any questions?
Amen.